Hey everybody, it's Clint Arthur, and I'm here with one of my superstar magic messengers, Mr. Darrell Knoch. Darrell, thank you so much for joining me on this call.
Well, I am happy to be here.
Hey man, we met not very long ago. Today's May 8th. We met in October at the National Publicity Summit when I had the great, profound privilege and honor of addressing the National Publicity Summit and sharing what I know or knew then about local television. And since then, you have employed a very interesting strategy with my teachings and with my materials. So why don't you share with the people how is it that you have come to become a superstar magic messenger and what it is you're doing?
Well, like you said, we met in October in New York City. And when I talked to you and decided to go ahead and buy in, one of the things that you talked about, and some of the other people have talked about, was having a full-time publicist or maybe even a part-time person helping to make some of those appointments for me. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to hire a full-time person. I am going to find somebody that is going to do what I need done as I need to be out in front of people, and during the time that I'm out in front of people, somebody still needs to be working on booking me on TV and radio and book signings and all the things that go along with what we're doing. And so I had the good fortune of finding an out-of-work producer. She had worked on 2 different television shows over the course of years and 2 different radio shows as a producer. And she just was in between. She'd moved to a new city where she wasn't able to find what she was looking for. I offered her a full-time position plus a bonus for everything she got me booked on. And so I gave her your stuff. And I said, Deb, watch all this, learn everything you can learn, and start getting me booked. You're coming from the other side, but now you've got to learn this side. And so she started on Monday. She watched your stuff. She took it home, watched it again. By Wednesday, she was already booking me.
All right, awesome. Now, how many shows have you done? Approximately. I know it's a lot, but approximately how many have you done?
Well, when you and I met in October, I went to the National Publicity Summit, then I went to Author 101, then I went to Experts Industry Association, and I took a week off, then I went to a couple of other things. So Deb didn't start working for me, and we really didn't start this whole process till the 2nd week of January.
Oh, wow.
So from the 2nd week of January till today, I've been on 13 television interviews.
I gotta say, I mean, it's only been a little more than 4 months, and you've done 13 shows. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Had you done any television before that, Darrell?
Years ago, I had a couple of news clips. I had started a company back when I was 24, and so I had a couple of news clips that I'd done way back when. But 24, I'm 57 now, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were relevant or usable for your work today. And you're using these news clips to do what? What are you promoting?
Well, I'm promoting the book that I've written. It's called Mastering a Healthy Self-Image. But, along with that book, it talks about the whole mindset of everything I've learned in life to be a successful human being, have a good positive attitude. And so along the way, I developed, about 7 years ago, I developed a gratitude coin. And I just give that gratitude coin out to people as I go through my day. Somebody gives me a great smile, I give them a gratitude coin. So I happened to give that gratitude coin out to a school teacher about maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And she started using a couple of gratitude coins in her classroom. And we have just picked up that that was such an awesome thing. Kids and their third graders were using my gratitude coin in their class. And so we started thinking. So we got a hold of the local NBC station in Phoenix, and we said, hey, here's this going on. This gratitude coin's happening at this school in Phoenix. And so they went out and they did a story. They brought me in to follow up the story that afternoon. That just really hit. And I mean, it blew their website up. It blew our website up. And so I had a high school that started using the gratitude coin from that original story. And now we're really using that. We pump that gratitude story out to everybody, and that really, it has just, so to speak, has gone viral.
Wow, that's awesome. How many times have you been on now on NBC Phoenix?
I've been on NBC Phoenix 3 times now.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, to have, and that's just in 4.5 months. You've been on 3 times in a major city.
Actually, NBC Phoenix, I've been on 3 times the last 60 days.
Awesome, fantastic. Now, look, a lot of people are looking for a magic bullet or a get-rich-quick scheme. I don't think that New TV Power is a get-rich-quick scheme. I think New TV Power is an essential element of every entrepreneur or messenger's publicity arsenal. You want to talk to that for a little bit? Because I mean, you seem, one of the things I love about you is that you seem like you're really committed to the long haul. Whatever it's going to take to get your message out there, that's your commitment. Am I right?
It is. You are right. And here's one of the differences between me and maybe some of the other people that are trying to get themselves off the ground. Is I've been a business person for 35 years. I didn't start any one of those businesses in the past and have them become an overnight success. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of commitment. And the way I'm looking at this is just numbers. I've taken 5 companies, national and international, in my lifetime, and I look at this is number 6 company that I'm going to take national and international. And it takes a lot of sweat. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of, stay after it, day after day, week after week, going, you certainly know the story, but, I have only done 13 interviews, but I'm booked on another 13 over the next few months already.
Oh,
because I'm systematically going to bookstores, doing book signings, but because of my TV interviews, and the Phoenix one especially, I've gotten schools all over the country that are using my gratitude coin in their schools, and because of that TV interview, I'm getting requested to go speak to more and more schools and bring gratitude coins, and so we're using that to bring more media in. Come do some video, because I'm going to be doing gratitude coins in your schools, in your neighborhoods.
So as a result of the TV interviews that you've done, I'm not talking about the people who've watched it on TV. I'm just talking about the bookings, the promotional appearance opportunities that have come as a result of that. How many people has that helped you to put this message in front of, would you say?
I'm still pretty new, so I can't say that I've got 100, but I would say that I've probably gotten a dozen opportunities to speak because of TV.
It's awesome. What would be your best piece of advice to a new person who either is considering investing in New TV Power or just starting out?
Well, what I think of is, I ask myself a question. Is this a business or is this a hobby? Because if it's a business, you've got to invest in yourself. No company ever starts up without having some investment. And you maybe you start small and you invest a little here and a little there, but this is an investment in our future. And so, the old saying, life is too short to learn by our own mistakes. We need to learn from others. And so for me, when you talk to me in New York and you told me about the program, I don't know if you remember, but I pulled my credit card out right then, because I knew that I needed to invest in myself, because I knew that was going to be part of my success, was television.
Awesome. That's great. I mean, anything else? Any last remarks you want to share with the people who are watching?
Well, nothing great comes from little amounts of work. If you want to be a superstar, you got to get yourself out there. Got to make it happen.
That's awesome. That's coming from a superstar, ladies and gentlemen. Darrell Knoch is a superstar. He's done 13 interviews just since January, and he's got 13 more on the books. And that's what's possible when you just follow the program and apply the simple strategies and teachings and systems that I've put together for you in the New TV Power. So thank you very much, Darrell. Please share with the people how they can find out more about you and your gratitude coins and your book on healthy self-esteem.
All right. Well, just one little quick note, Clint. We've gotten to be good friends so far, and so I just wanted to give you a little piece of information. My last name is pronounced Knoch. Think of it as Coke with an N.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I just thought as we go down the road together.
Definitely.
So my website is truewealthuniversity.com. And if they will go out to True Wealth University, one of the things that I am really committed to is I want to spread the vision of gratitude. And if any of your people will go out to True Wealth University, we'll send them a gratitude coin for free so that they can have that gratitude gift also.
Awesome. I wanted to tell you that one of the great joys for me is creating this community. People like yourself and Veronica and Ellen Rohr and Chris and Katrin and David Lazaroff, people who are really applying the teachings and going out there, and we're really creating our own celebrity careers. We're adding celebrity to our marketing arsenal. It's like my wife asked me, why are you doing this? Do you really need the ego gratification of this? This is not about ego gratification at all. At all. The only thing this is about is marketing. This is about really truly creating a brand. You talk about how, you are the brand. Everyone is saying how you are the brand. Well, for most people, their brand is nothing because nobody knows anything about them. And there is no legacy. There is no artifacts for their brand. Darrell Knoch is the brand because he's done 13 TV shows. In Phoenix, Arizona, Darrell Knoch is really becoming a brand. And how does a guy like Jack Canfield get to be Jack Canfield and not just a guy? He gets it because he goes out and he does all these shows. The famous quote that he and Mark Victor Hansen did at least one media appearance every single day for 3 years to promote Chicken Soup for the Soul to become a New York Times bestseller. And it's people like you and me, Darrell, and Veronica and Ellen and the others that I mentioned who are really committed to creating brands for ourselves, to really becoming somebody. And I really enjoy doing that as a community with a person like yourself who has a long-range view and who has a commitment to make it happen, knowing that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to come drip by drip by drip, and eventually the bucket is going to be full. So, it can be a lonely journey. It really can. And I really appreciate having you along for the ride and to share this journey with me and with our community.
Well, as you know, Clint, we don't go through life on our own. We have to help each other. We have to learn from each other, and we have to prosper as a community.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Darrell. I'm going to end the recording and stay on the line. Hang on.
Okay.